In this video, we are going to understand one of the important topic, that is how to rotate the key pair. So the topic which we are going to cover in this, how to rotate AWS EC2 key pair. Let's see what all things we are going to cover in this. Let me expand this thing a little bit and let me go with the bullet point. So the first thing which we are going to learn, what is key pair and why it is important, what is the use of the key pair, all those things we are going to cover. After that, we are going to learn how to create the key pair. Once we are done with this step, then we are going to create a EC2 machine. So here we are going to learn how to create EC2 Linux machine. Once we have our machine up and running, then we are going to learn how we are going to log into the machine, how to log in to the EC2 machine, and we are also going to check the default location where the key pair is stored. Once we are done with this step, then we are going to understand the concept of the private and the public key. Once we understand the concept of the private and the public key, after that we are going to create a new key pair and replace it with old key pair. And in the last, we are going to do the testing where we are going to log in with the new key pair. So these all steps we are going to follow in this video. So let's start with the first step. What is the key pair? If we go as per the definition, so this is the definition for the key pair. Let me expand this thing a little bit. So key pair is a set of security credentials made up of public and the private key. So don't get confused with the word public and the private key. This is something I'm going to show it in the demo so that you are able to understand what is the public key and the private key. But for now, understand one thing. This is a security credentials which is made up of two things. One is the public key and the other one is the private key. And it is used to securely access the Amazon EC2 instance. So whether you are going to create a Linux machine, Windows machine, you need a key pair in order to log into the machine. And in the key pair, we have two things. One is the public key and the other one is the private key. Here, one of the important thing, the public key is stored by AWS on the instance. So whatever the instance you are going to create, you have the public key over there. Again, we are going to see the demo and we are going to understand this concept. But for now, understand this thing, that the public key is on the AWS instance and the private key is on the local machine from where I'm trying to log into the machine. So I hope like the key pair concept is clear to you. Key pair is nothing but when we need to log into the EC2 machine, it's like a username and the password. Let's move to the next topic, that is how we can create a key pair. For this, we will go to the AWS console and here we need to type the EC2. Once we are on the EC2 dashboard, on the left hand side we have the key pair. Here it is. Now from here I can click on create key pair and create the key pair. Let me give a name, old key pair, something like this. I will go with the default option, create key pair. Now we have the key pair installed on our local machine. So I can go to download location and do ls and old key pair. So here is my key pair. If we go to this one, so here it says the public key is stored by the AWS on the instance and the private key is used by you. So that means here the key pair which I have, this is the private key. So let me see the content of this one. Old. So see, this is a private key. So always remember the private key is on the local machine from where we are going to log into the AWS machine. Now we have the key pair created. Now the second thing which we need to do is we need to create an instance. So to create an instance, we need to click on the instance on the left hand side. Then we need to click on the launch instance here. we have a lot of option. So let me go and give the name. This is for demo keypair. I will go with the Linux default thing. I will go with the Amazon Linux 2023 default one. I'm not going to change anything. Even for the instance type, I'm going with the default option, which is free tier eligible for me. Here we have the option for the key pair. From here, I need to select the key pair. So here is my key pair, old key pair. I need to select. In the network setting, I will go with the default option and I will click on launch instance. So if I go back to the steps, so we are done with the first one, what is the key pair? We are done with the second topic, that is how to create a key pair. And we are also done with the third thing, that is how to create a EC2 Linux machine. And now we need to learn how we are going to log into the EC2 machine. So let me click on my machine. If I go to the instances, so here is my instance which is up and running at the moment. Now here I have the public key, or I can do one more thing. I can click on this, I can click on connect, I can click on the SSH client and copy this example thing. Now what I need to do is on my local machine, I need to go to that location where my key pair is. So my key pair is in this location. So I need to paste the command here. Here I will get the error message first. So if I'm going to click on yes, see I'm getting the error message, unprotected private key file. Now why I'm getting this error message, because like let me do ls minus lah old key pair. If you look at the permission, here we have the read write permission given. Okay, so this is not the security practice which Amazon follow. So we need to change the permission of this one. So chmod is the command 400 old key pair. Now if I go back to the command again, see now we have the read permission only to the owner. Rest there is no permission. So this is what Amazon recommend, and that was the reason we were getting that unprotected private key file. Now let me go with the old command. So this is the old command. Now I am able to log into the machine without any issue. Here I logged into the machine. Let me look for the next topic, location where the key pair is stored. Now this is my Linux machine. Okay, and currently I'm in the home folder. So in the home folder, we have one folder that is with the name .ssh. If I go inside this SSH, do ls here we have the authorize key. And if I'm going to do get authorize key, I will see there is a public file here. Okay. Now if I go back to the definition, so what it says, the public key is stored by AWS on the instance. So here we have the public key which is stored by the AWS. But I'm not sure whether it is the correct public key or not. We can verify this thing. So let me exit. Okay. I'm in my local machine. I'm in the download folder. There is a command ssh keygen minus y minus f, and then we need to give the name of the key pair. By this command, I'm able to get the public key of the key pair. So if you look at the public key, it is exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. Now let me log into my machine one more time. Okay, I logged into the machine. Let me go to cd, or let me do cat ssh authorize key. So here we have the public key. Now the next thing which we need to do is we need to replace this key so that we can log in with the new key pair. For this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more key pair now. Here is the key pair option. Let me create a key pair, and the name which I'm going to give, that is new key pair. I will go with the default option and I'm going to create a key pair. So now this key pair is on my local machine. Let me exit. So this is in the download folder, ls-lah, and new dash key pair is the name. So see, we have this key pair. And if I'm going to see the content of this one, new dash key pair, I have the private key here. Now what I need to do is, I need to generate the public key. And to generate the public key, we have the command, that is the ssh dash keygen minus y minus f, and we need to give the name of the key pair. Again, we are getting the message unprotected private file. So we know how to fix this thing, chmod 400, and then we need to give the name new key pair. We are done. Here we have the public key. I need to copy this public key. Let me go to my instance. Now I need to go to that location cd.ssh and sudo nano. I need to go inside the authorized key, and here I need to paste the public key. Let me save it with the command Control X Y enter. Let me see the content of the authorized key. Yes, now we have two authorized keys here. Let me exit and let me try to log in with the new key pair now. So here is the command, and in this command what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the key pair name. Done. I'm able to log in with the new key pair. Let me show you one more thing. So right now if I'm going to exit, so I can log in with both the key pair. I'm able to log in with the old key pair. See, I'm able to log in. Let me exit, and I'm able to log in with the new key pair as well. Now let's suppose I want to restrict that this machine is only able to log in with the new key pair only. So how we can do that? For this, let me go to cd.ssh. Let me go to sudo nano authorize key, and from here we can remove the key pair, or we can remove the public key. Let me remove. Control X Y enter, exit. Now see, with the old key pair I'm not able to log into the machine. See, I'm getting permission denied error message, but with the new key pair I'm able to log into the machine. So this is how we can rotate the key pair. Rotating key pair is very important. If we need to follow the security best practices, then we need to rotate the key pair. For mostly every organization, they have a policy like after 90 days, they need to rotate their key pair. So it is one of the security best practice we can say. It is also going to save you, let's suppose if the key pair is stolen, then the stolen key pair can only be used for a limited time. It can also reduce the risk of misusing the key pair. So rotating key pair is very important.